I wanted to ask you about the implications for foreign policy as well, particularly the US posture towards China. You'll note this morning that Australia has congratulated the president-elect, but China is in a minority of countries that have not. Give us some insight into Beijing's strategy here and why that congratulations hasn't come forward yet.
Well, I presume what President Xi Jinping is waiting for is a formal concession from President Trump, lest he be accused and the Chinese government be accused of, quote, interfering in US domestic politics. So there's a high degree of cautious conservatism in the way in which the Chinese approach these things. I mean, when I've won elections before and becoming Prime Minister of Australia, the Chinese president is usually on the phone the next day, but that's because, in my case, John Howard conceded. And frankly, that's the way in which things normally work. On the broader question of US-China relations, this, of course, is fundamental for the future strategic stability of the Asia-Pacific region, or what is sometimes now referred to as the Indo-Pacific region, but also the broader world. It's become the core axiom around which other relationships are now being constructed. So under President Biden, I hope that we have an opportunity to re-stabilize the US-China relationship, but it takes two to tango. It depends whether China is willing to take steps as well to bring about a re-stabilization of the relationship between both capitals.
How will Joe Biden prioritise that relationship, do you think? You worked with him when you were Prime Minister and he was Vice President. And what role does Australia have to play in this relationship as well?
Well, I think Vice President Biden is knowledgeable about China. I would say of all world leaders, he's probably the most equipped with a direct first-hand knowledge of Xi Jinping. There's a reason for that. When Xi Jinping was Vice President of China before taking over at the end of 2012, early 2013, he spent more than a week in the United States as a guest of the Vice President, and they traveled extensively within the country with each other. And similarly, Joe Biden did the same as Xi Jinping's guest within China for another week. So I know very few political leaders who have had effectively 2 weeks FaceTime with Xi Jinping day in, day out. So I think Joe Biden's well equipped. Secondly, in terms of steps to be taken in the relationship, it will be, I think, Joe Biden's #1 foreign policy priority. But you'll also see Joe Biden seeking to normalize his relationship with allies, which have been put under strain by the Trump administration. You'll also see him continue to adopt a hardline posture on core American national security interests, which are in conflict with China. But at the same time, he'll open up areas of, shall we say, peaceful competition with China in the economy and technology, but also areas of collaboration with China, such as in climate change and I think in global pandemic management. So you're going to see this multi-tiered approach, I think, on the part of the Biden administration within a framework of what I would describe, not their term, as managed strategic competition, as opposed to what we've seen in the past, which is unmanaged strategic competition.